Alright, hey, how you doing, guys? Today I'm going to show you how to do send CC to each other by creating a Facebook through Parallel Space, and then sending to 3 of your friends, and then pretty much rinsing and repeating that process over and over again to get unlimited amounts of CC. Alright, so the first thing you got to do, you got to make sure you got a VPN downloaded, and you can just go to the Play Store and type in VPN. I'm using NordVPN right now because I personally like that, but you can use whatever you want. I think a lot of people are using ExpressVPN. So usually I just quick connect unless I'm having issues, and then I'll specifically pick somewhere like Japan or something to try to get in that way. So I just wait on it to connect here. Alright, so we're connected there. Next thing we got to do is get our email, our temporary email set up. Now there's two primary sites that you can use. There's tempmail.com here, which I think is a lot easier, but sometimes Facebook doesn't want to take that one. And then there's I don't know how you say this, ahum.email. This one's a little bit more frustrating, but it's not bad at all. I just kind of swap between both of them. Usually one will work. So what you do for this one, since it's a little more complicated, is you press generate and then submit. And then you wait for it, and it'll pull up a temporary email. So then you take this temporary email here and just copy that, and then you'll put that in Facebook here in just a minute. And now temp mail works pretty much the same way, except all you have to do is just hit the delete button, and then once it pulls the new email up, you just hit the copy over there, and you can take that email in as well. But this time around we're going to use the him. Alright, so now we're ready to load Parallel Space. Now there's several different ones, but the one I found that works the best for me so far that hasn't had any issues is it's called Parallel App on the Play Store, but it'll download and it'll say Parallel Space Pro once you have it installed. So just go ahead and launch that, and then you'll want to add Facebook and Covet Fashion, and then just go ahead and add those. It takes just a second here. And again, while that's adding, I'll just make a note too. You know, I'm doing this from a mobile phone. A lot of people do this from a PC, and I guess there's an additional app where you can add friends automatically. I haven't done the PC way myself yet, so I can't really explain that one. But if you're using a mobile device, you know, this tutorial's definitely should be pretty good for you. Okay, so now it finally added everything. So now we'll just click Facebook here. And now it very well could lock me out. It does it, you know, about half the time for me. So just go to create new Facebook account. Just make a fake name, whatever you want it to be. Then just set a random birthday. Alright, and here you don't want to sign up with your number. You want to press sign up with email instead. And then just paste that email that we had from before. And choose whatever password you want here. And then press sign up. Alright, sometimes it gives you an error screen there, but we got lucky this time. And here at the sign in, if it switches to say logging in, more than likely you're about to get a security check. So what you want to happen is what you're seeing here. This is usually a pretty good sign. And now once you get this screen, you go back over here, come back to Chrome, and then go ahead and reload this screen. Don't press the back button whenever you do, or you'll lose your email. So and sometimes it takes a second, but once this screen pulls up, there's our code, 31578. Alright, now we just choose a picture, just whatever you want here. I got some pretty weird pictures here. Alright, and sometimes it'll bring up a friends list, but this time it don't look like it's going to for me. So we'll just skip that for now. Alright. And so I figure most people know how to navigate Facebook here, so since it's going to make me do this the hard way, I'll have to look everybody up individually, which can be kind of a pain, but this is the big thing about the PC, the difference I was talking about there. A lot of people said that you have the auto friend finder, and, that's really a lifesaver right there for sure. But most time it brings up suggested friends. It's just every now and then it wants to kind of be temperamental. But luckily I've done this so many times here that I've kind of memorized a lot of the people that have the friends that'll accept, so. Alright, and this might take me a minute, so I'm going to go ahead and pause the video here. That way I can get the friends added. You guys know how to add friends, so that's really just something that takes a minute. Now, one thing my wife had told me, if you go to Add Me Unlimited Friend Request Market, which I guess I'll show you guys that here real quick. There's actually a lot of people over there that, you can invite to be friends with here. And you can just click on anything that has quite a few people on it, and then you can just send them friend requests, and eventually it'll start giving you suggestions for friends. So it just takes a second sometimes. It's usually not this slow, though. It's rare that I don't get suggestion lists. Okay, so now that I showed you guys that, and you see I'm just sitting here clicking to add friends, just give me a few minutes here since it's going to make me do this the hard way, and I'll be right back with you after I get some friends added. Okay guys, I just wanted to show you one more thing. It's literally been like 30 seconds since I'd paused the video, and I went back to suggestions, and now they're all popping back up again. So, as you can tell, you just go down through these and just invite, especially when you see people like that, the one I just clicked. These guys usually accept more often than not, and they seem to be my best bet. So I just wanted to show you guys that. It just takes it a minute sometimes. After you get a friend or two, you'll start getting a good suggestion list. So one more second, and I'll be right back with you after I get about 11 or so friends. Okay, guys, about 5-6 minutes have passed here, and I've sent out like probably 250, 300 friend requests. So while I just wait on some people to accept that, I just wanted to make sure that everybody knew as well. Whenever you're inviting friends, make sure that 3 of those friends are who you're going to be trading with in Covet. And if one's yourself, of course, make sure you accept your own friend request, and then just give a heads up to the other 2 people and let them know who you are, and make sure they accept it so you can send them money as well. So we're going to wait here for just a couple more minutes until we get 11 friends. And I've already added the 3 people I'm sending to as well this time around, so I'm just waiting for 4 more people, and then we'll be ready to get our Covet profile going and finish up here. Now, a lot of times what I'll do is I'll go ahead and go over to Covet at this point, and I'll just go ahead and start making the profile and get through the tutorial and everything. But just for the sake of people being beginners and everything, I'm just trying to take it one step at a time here. Alright, so I'll be back with you in just a couple more minutes, and we will go ahead and get finished up as soon as I get 11 friends. Alright guys, so we finally got 11 friends. That took maybe about 2 or 3 more minutes there. So, grand total, this one was slower than usual. It took about 8 or 9 minutes to get where we needed to be. But we're ready to go now, so now we'll just tab on over. And then just go back to your parallel space, whichever one you're using if it's not this one. And then go ahead and open Covet Fashion at this point. And make sure, I didn't mention that specifically. I was saying go into Parallel, but make absolutely sure that you load the Parallel Covet. If you load your main Covet account, obviously you don't want to link these fake Facebooks to it or anything, and that's kind of defeats the purpose. You wouldn't be able to send CC, I don't think. Alright, so now you just got to go through the tutorial here. and just keep clicking through everything, and we'll be through soon enough. Alright. Now we're pretty much to the tutorial at this point. And another reason I didn't really mention it, but if you don't have at least 11 friends, usually when you try to link your Facebook, what's going to happen is that it's going to say failed to verify the account. So that's why you want to have at least 11 friends before you move forward. So we're ready to go ahead and link Facebook there. And if you guys seen what I did, I clicked on the picture of the portrait of the person and then went to profile. And then if you click the settings icon there, that's where you'll be able to link your Facebook from. You know, our internet's a little slow here, so it takes a while for it to load up. Alright, so just go ahead and press continue. And then click yes. And that should be it. And now it's saying I can go ahead and send my Covet Cash rewards out. So just X out of that, go to your inbox. And there it is up top. So just click that and click here to send gifts. And then usually no one ever shows up the first time I load it. I have to close it out and then reload it the second time. And likely I have to close it and reopen it. Yeah, that's what I figured. So just close that and then click it again. And now it should be fine. Yep, there we go. So I'm going to go ahead, and that's the first person, and all these people will automatically show up, you know, whoever you have on your friends list in Facebook, which is why it's important to make sure that you have everybody you want to send to on your friends list. Alright, and that's all three of them, so, and it tells you down there, you know, the device has sent out all available gifts, so we're done with that one. So what you do is you just close Covet Fashion, close Parallel Space, and then what I do here is I'll come back into here. At this point, you can go ahead and hit back, and it takes you right back. See, just generate, submit, and then copy it again, and you'll be ready to go on that. And one really important thing, make sure you go into your settings. You'll have to reset Parallel Space every time, so then go to your apps. I know every phone's different, so however you get to your application manager. And there we go, there's Parallel Space. So go and click on that, then click Storage, and Clear Data. Alright, and there it is. And what that does, and usually when I'm doing these in series, I'll just leave it on that page. I'll just make that a tab and just leave that up. And if I had copied that email, at this point I'd be ready to click on Parallel Space again. And so the reason you clear that data is because it takes away that Facebook profile and that Covet profile, and you start fresh from, you know, square one again as well. So that's pretty much, you know, in a nutshell how you do it. So, you know, just to demonstrate, you see it acts like I'd never launched Parallel Space before where I cleared all the data. So that's what you do from start to finish there, and then just keep on rinse repeating that. And if you do run into a problem at any point, what I suggest, you know, obviously refresh this email and get a new one, or try this temp mail here if you're getting security lockouts or any type of issues. And also you can come up here to your VPN and change your location as well. So you might just try, you know, on some bad days, you might have to play with some things a little bit, try a different email. But for the most part, though, in general, I can get, you know, 6 or 7 done within an hour and a half, 2 hours. So, you know, that's a pretty decent amount of free Covet Cash. So that's pretty much it, guys. Thanks for watching, and I hope you got a better understanding of how to make Facebooks and get the process of trading Covet Cash done. All right, you guys have a great day.